And now, Freelance Heroism.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Dees.
And I'm Rachel.
And before we even get started, we just want to say thank you to everyone out there who donates at the Patreon, in particular those who donate at the producer tier.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel.
Yes.
Would you like to let us know who they are?
I would love to. We want to say thank you to Duncan, Nate, Breakmeister, Rebecca, and Chris Soanes. Thank you so much, everyone.
We really appreciate it. You guys help us make a better show for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't do it without you.
Yes.
Also, Rachel's late on her journal.
No, why'd you bring it up?
She's late on her journal. You're the Patreons.
It will be posted by the time this episode is up.
You are our Patreons, and I just wanted to take this moment to apologize to you personally for the journal being so fucking late.
I'm sorry.
Rachel is normally so good about it, but the last couple days she's just been distracted.
I've been very distracted. I'm sorry.
And she just missed it, and it's totally her fault, and it's nobody else's fault. Just hers. She bears the weight of this failure alone. And we're not going to give her a hard time about it, are we? She's so good at everything else she does, so we're just gonna chalk this up to a fluke. And we won't even mention the other time it was late. Won't even mention it. It would be rude to do it.
Mm-hmm.
She's normally on the ball about this sort of stuff.
I'm sorry.
But by linking it so closely to the patrons' names, it's got to stay in now. No. All right, so let's just all have a moment of silence for the journal that you will eventually get.
I'm going to post it today. By the time this episode that you're listening to is up, the journal will have already been posted.
Unless this one's late too.
It's not.
It could happen.
No.
The episode could be late. Who knows?
It's not. The episode's not going to be late.
Who knows what's going on?
The only reason if this episode is late is because Dees didn't post it.
Well, I think the episode's been on time every day, so they're always on time. when it's my work, it's on time. We're talking, was it 9 years of comics? I think I've been late 3 times, one of which was a fucking snowstorm that cut out the power. One time my dog was real sick, and so if you want to, hey, do you want to attack my dog as being a reason? No, that's cool.
No.
I get that you're defensive right now. All right. So let's do this intro, Rachel.
Okay.
And then you can get right back to that late Patreon offering. I hope it's good too. With all this hype.
Oh my God.
I hope it's good since you've had all this extra time. It better be a knockout. I'm sure it will be. He's writing Tolstoy for you, folks.
Oh, you jerk.
Yep. She's got the Anna Karenina of journals. All right. So what we didn't have an idea for the intro today.
Mm-hmm. Right.
We were using a lot of our brain power on that journal. And so because we got to keep it in, so I got to weave it in.
Oh my God.
So I had this kind of fun thought where we would name some our top 3 Disney villains. Right? And then argue who's better. You'll make your case for your top villain. I'll make my case for my top villain. And then at the end of it, we'll let the audience decide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you guys just get back to us whenever you want. We get it. Sometimes things are late. Okay. So. Okay. All right. Rachel, why don't you go ahead and give me your top 3?
Okay. Do they have to be like who is billed as the like main villain of the movie?
If you can make a good argument, I'll let that slide.
Okay.
I'm not a stickler for traditional villain role.
Okay. So my third place person is I don't remember the character's name, but he's voiced by Tony J in Beauty and the Beast. It's the guy who
Gaston.
Not Gaston. It's the guy that Gaston pays to basically take Belle's father to like lock him up.
Oh, that's a deep cut.
Yeah.
You think he's up there with the worst of the villains?
Yeah, because he knows that there's nothing wrong with Belle's dad. He's just taking money and locking him away.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I
think, and also just like, because I think he takes him to like an asylum or something, and healthcare in those days was non-existent, you know?
Yeah, they were just going to put him in a room with bars.
Yeah, so. They're just like, we're going to put you in a cold room and spray you down with a water hose once in a while. And, you know, maybe then the demons will leave your skull. Who knows?
Okay. Yeah, got to drill it out.
That's right.
Okay, so number 2. Mm-hmm. Are we working up or are we working down?
So I'm going from like least to like sort of most evil.
Okay.
So number 2, I'm gonna say is Jafar from Aladdin.
Okay.
Because he uses mind control.
Yeah, he's a straight up power grab guy.
It's pretty evil.
Mm-hmm.
And he's very manipulative, and he has like magic powers, but he's just using them for evil.
Yeah, I mean, he's a power grab guy, but also there's sort of like a split motive there. Like it's hard to tell whether or not his end game motive is Jasmine or his end game motive is power over Agrabah.
True.
So
could be both.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he could go by the old Scarface mantra. First you get the power, then you get the money, then you get the women. So maybe it's Agrabah first, then the Cave of Wonders treasure, eventually Jasmine as a status symbol, which makes him sort of reprehensible in another light. So that's pretty good. Who's your number 1 top villain?
So my top villain, part of it is just like the evil that he does, but also part of it is just that he has some great songs in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Is Dr. Facilier from The Princess and the Frog, which is slightly newer than the other Disney movies I referenced. But he's like a
Baron Samedi.
Yeah, and he's like working with these evil spirits. But his songs are just great. I just really like them.
So you think bad guy is bad, but I like him for his songs. So that's why
very like he's definitely evil. He's definitely like doing some bad stuff, but he's also very memorable because he just has some straight up bangers in the movie.
I think I'm gonna win this one pretty hard.
All right, what are yours? Number 3.
Number 3, I think Hades from Hercules. And I think that the reason is there's a lot of reasons there, but not the least of which is that he sort of has Meg like emotionally enslaved and uses her as sort of like a tool, but it seems like it's not the first time he's done it, and she's like overwhelmed with grief over a former lover who they're not ever 100% sure or descriptive about what the context is, but they seem pretty messed up over it.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that he was the cause there. That's my instinct. Also, he has a temper problem, which I can identify with a little bit, but I do think that he's dismissive of the 2 people that are the only job, was it Pain and Panic, that are just trying to help.
Oh,
like, they're idiots, but you had a lot of demons to choose from, and those are the 2 you chose to work for you. So, like, you wanted them around for their comedic value, clearly, because they're incompetent. But then you get mad at them for being incompetent. So it's like, why don't you take one of your other demons, right? You got loads of them. Anyway,
that's true. He's got a lot.
Yeah, it's like he sets himself up for failure just so he can get mad at the failure, and that just feels petty. I think number 2 is Frollo from Hunchback.
Frollo's a very good pick.
Because he's so fucking accurate to real life. That's what bothers me the most about him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because he's really messed up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's just horrible. Like he's super fucking Catholic. Just like the most Catholic thing you've ever heard. He's just like, he has these moments where he's like speaking into the fire, almost like if I were God and one of my priests is down here scheming on this chick that dances weird, like scheming on this bitch from like fucking his tower that you're supposed to worship me in. Like, if I'm God and I'm looking down at this creepy dude, I'm like, can someone please just take care of this for me? This guy's acting fucking nuts.
He's like, it's this girl's fault that she's making me feel like this.
I know. It's so fucking weird. It's very it's a very accurate to real time kind of creepiness that makes it more potent. And when he's singing at that song Hellfire, and he's like, fuck it, oh god, it's just so creepy. It makes your hands feel sticky. Like, I just don't like it. It makes me feel gross watching it.
Yeah.
Now, this last one is going to be traditionally they are not considered a villain.
Okay.
But I think that they have a lot of really heavy villain tendencies here.
Okay.
Okay? Mm-hmm. And it's the Little Mermaid Ariel.
What?
Okay. I think that the glorification of what Ariel is messed up. Recently there's this conversation about whether or not the ethnicity of a mermaid is a problem. It's not.
That is
Ariel could be whatever fucking skin tone the fucking person making the show wants them to be. It's not. It has nothing to do with their character. Even like from a cultural sense, they live under the water. The dynamics of society under the water and above the water are very different. We don't have any idea about the history of Trident's fucking weird conch shell universe. We don't know anything about it. So like, even the social aspects of it would be very different. That's not where this is. That's not where this is pinned in. That's not where my gripe is. My gripe is in the original cartoon. Or at least in the cartoon, not the original. I guess there was previous work. But in the cartoon version, the Disney version, she wants a guy who she met fucking recently. Like, saw him out of the fucking water a couple times, stalked him, took his shit that fell out of his boat and put it down in her little freak lab. She's got that real Robin Williams fucking, remember we played that serial killer that was a 30-minute photo or whatever?
Oh my god. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Where he's like creepy and he's like keeping photos. That's what she did. She took his snarflat and his dingle hopper and put him down in that fucking thing. Right? Which, by the way, it's a pipe and a fucking hairbrush. But anyway, the dumb bird. Don't get me started on that prick. So she's like scheming on this dude who she's been stalking from the water, which is already the creepiest way to stalk someone. Like, you can peek through their window. That's creepy for sure. Yeah. Slowly lifting your head out of the water just so your eyes are above it and you can scheme at someone on a boat is so fucking like Cape Fear crazy. Oh no. That is just, the visual makes me nuts. Yeah. But the whole time she's like acting like this romantic thing they have together. He's never even met this bitch, right? Yeah. Then she goes and fucking says, I want to make a deal with a demon. Oh, all right. Like this Faustian shit, it's already bad. Right. Right? Yeah. Right. Faustian negotiations with the Ursula the Sea Witch is, who, by the way, there are thousands of people whose souls she's reaped, and they're living as fucking amoeba sponge like fucking wibble wobbles at the bottom of the sea, and they're just going, dude, you stupid bitch, dude. Right. And she's just like, fuck you. She's just ignoring the plight of thousands.
There's a whole song where Ursula's like, I help these people, but then like I didn't.
Unfortunate souls. What a monster. She's a monster. So okay, so she just like says screw you. She's got a very, you know what, maybe this is a good argument for why she should be white, because that feels let me just ignore the plight of these thousands of people so I can get what I want. It does.
Right.
It has a very Euro vibe to it. I'm just now realizing that. Okay. No, but let's say, okay, so she gets well, back burner that. That is a thought that I'm going to have. It's going to fester. So then she goes through and she deals with this sea witch who's clearly the sea like fucking tyrant who is like enslaved all these fucking plethora of people and turned them into sea sponge wibble wobbles. So then she makes a deal with her where she's like, you just have to lose your voice. And Ariel's like, yeah. She signs her fucking name on that thing, right? With the magic ink, right? And then because Ariel's like, I'm hot, I don't need to talk. What a horrible fucking message. She's like, I'm gonna be pretty, I'm gonna have legs, so like I don't need to have opinions or thoughts or a working brain. I'm just gonna have feet now.
You're saying the true evil here are teenage girls.
I'm saying that the tendencies that she has that are common in some teenage girls is reprehensible.
I think Frollo would agree with you.
But that's funny, but not the same thing. I am not lusting over Ariel here. I'm just making a point about her character. Now, when all this is said and done, let's say that we give her a pass for all of that. Right?
Right.
When she's done, she decides to stay on land, right? This relationship, but by the way, she allowed him, like she wrote her name on that paper. She can write. She can write. Tell that motherfucker through writing. He's a prince. He got paper and pens. Come on. Like, she could have been like, this is a setup. I was lying to you. But she never did.
No.
She just washed up on the beach or whatever. He saves her, and then she lets him go on thinking that he's rescuing her. Does the pretty woman, gives her the fucking super big beds and the fucking, whatever. Her crab friend almost dies.
That's true. That was
no care for him.
That was like kind of horrific.
She was like, hey, fucking crab manservant who almost died, right? You're gonna come out here and you're gonna help this motherfucker. She like coerced him into trying to get him to kiss her, right? He's out here singing on the back of the boat.
Yeah.
Okay, so then all this at the end of the day, she never told him the truth, right? And then she says "fuck you" to her dad and all of her sisters and everyone back home because she found a rich prince, right?
Right.
Whoa! This bitch! Can you believe this bitch? It is crazy. It is crazy. Look, I'm not. It's more villainous because we're led to believe she's the hero.
Right.
The whole time. We're rooting for the evil in her heart. That's why it's dark. Like, yeah, Scar's bad, but really, what's his end goal? He just wants hyenas to be equal citizens. He wants them to have food. He doesn't promise them power or whatever. He promises them food and water, which isn't unreasonable. He's like the Bernie Sanders of lions.
Yeah.
If you remove the whole jackboot walking thing, that
that
clearly had some weird vibes there.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's more about the film direction than it is, I think, about Scar's motives. But that being said, Ariel's straight up dark the whole fucking time. She's just grim. She's like, every fucking beat of her story is fucked up. All of them. She went from stalker to fucking ignoring the plight of thousands of people to sign a deal so that she can get with the person she was stalking, gets up on land, lies to the dude, even though we can clearly tell she can write because she's signing her name. It seems weird that you'd only learn those letters with that fucking flourishy fucking magic pen, whatever. Then she gets up on land. Her friend almost dies. Doesn't even say sorry. Just says, fuck it. Help this guy fall in love with me. She's sort of a little bit Like fucking Bill Cosby a little bit.
Oh no.
Just saying. And then at the end, even though like everyone's worried about her back home and they care about her, she's just like, fuck all them. I'm gonna live on land now because fuck all you guys.
I'm gonna live
a rich prince.
I'm gonna live with the people who eat our citizens.
She wants to go where the people are because she doesn't consider anyone under the sea back where she lives as people.
Wow.
Because she's a monster fish. Yeah. Way worse than Loch Ness Monster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think on that note, we should go ahead and go to this week's episode.
I think so. I think we should too. What's the title of this week's episode?
This is another Candlekeepers
That's
episode.
a Candlekeeper.
We don't title these. These are done by chapters.
And
this is Candlekeepers chapter 8.
Woo! Is it a good one?
It's a good one.
Oh, nice. You guys are in for a treat.
Okay.
If we determine that they broke through to somewhere, which is what I was led to believe from the journal, then it seems that it would behoove us to travel lower. Yes?
I agree.
Okay. Stick with me, George. We'll be all right.
Okay. We'll go.
There's going to be a time when Yonk rages. He's going to drop that poor bunny.
He's going to squish the bunny.
Oh, no.
That's why I called him bunny earlier.
All right. So you guys continue northeast.
Then the ghost of George will haunt him.
As you go deeper into the mine, probably like 50, 60 feet further in, you see to the northwest, there is like another passage that opens up, but it also continues to the northeast.
Same action.
Okay. Give me a survival. Yeah.
Can I begin to mark the walls with chalk on which directions we go?
Do you have chalk?
Let me check.
Okay.
Well, it's a mine, so you probably just draw it.
Do you have a rock in your pocket?
I do actually have a platinum I could use to carve the wall with.
No, I am just happy to see you.
These
I'm really happy to see the despair in this place.
The walls here are obviously like very like rough and bumpy from being like chiseled and blasted out. But you can like scrape your platinum ore to kind of mark your way.
I do have chalk though too. But
okay.
I will use the platinum ore. It sounds more lethal.
What'd you guys get for your survival checks?
Oh.
Not good.
Okay.
All right, let me try.
All right.
With 0 in survival. 19. Holy shit, this thing's loving me.
I have a +6 and I rolled an 8.
Yeah, well, with I've had a 0 in survival and wisdom, and it's been a 20, 19, 19. So the last 3 rolls. So I'm blowing through all my good rolls. The dice gods are
one is coming. The one is coming.
And Rachel's going to capitalize on it and say damage.
It is. It continues to slope down to the northeast.
Down we go.
Okay. Eventually, you guys find that there is more and more rubble along this pathway. There are mounds of broken rock that block the tunnel, piled from ceiling to floor. The other parts of the cave-in were passable after the collapse, but this seems to be an impenetrable wall of dirt, or of earth, I'm sorry. But also to your immediate right, where you guys sort of stop and you're like, we can't really, get past here without trying to move the rock. To your immediate right, the opening to this tunnel is nearly circular. Black moss covers the walls, floor, and ceiling of the tunnel as far as you can see. Within this tunnel are several branches, like openings, not tree branches, all of them covered in the same black moss.
What does the moss taste like?
You
take that, writer of the book.
Mossy.
I'd like a description of the moss flavor.
Moss flavor.
That is one of my detective skills.
Okay. The moss has like a very earthy taste, sort of like beets. Like you eat a beet and it's like you're eating dirt. It tastes like that.
Shots fired, vegans. And it tastes the same all the way around?
Yes. You do notice, since you're like taking handfuls of moss off the walls here.
No. I'm not moving it. I'm just leaning forward.
Okay.
Nibbling.
Oh, you're leaving it where it is. You're just
Yeah.
Okay, you're bringing your face to the moss.
Yes.
Okay. Well, in the spots where you do like kind of nibble off bits of moss and you see the rock like behind it, you can see that the walls here are completely smooth.
This seems suspicious. In
What?
nature, things are very infrequently rounded smooth.
If you want to investigate it, anyone can give me an Arcana or Nature check.
Ooh. Pebbles in a river are round and smooth. I am sorry.
20 on Arcana.
Okay.
Yonk is not even going to attempt.
All right. Well, Montero, you can tell that these tunnels were not created by hand, claw, or tool, but rather by magic or something very similar to it. Clearly, this is not natural. This is likely the entrance to the Meanlock's den.
I pass that on to the others. It seems that we have found our death. Shall we proceed?
It looks like a hole to me, Mr. Montero.
Yes, but carved by magic leading to the den.
So this is where the bugs came from.
Dear friends, we must travel into the death hole.
We must. It is our obligation to destiny.
Must we?
Must we? Yes.
Bring George. We must go.
I'm not leaving George behind. Okay.
All right. So you guys heading in?
I would love it if you named that rabbit George the horse. It was like, but it's a rabbit. It's like, no, it's George the horse, the rabbit. George the horse, the rabbit.
Same marching order?
Yeah, I'll take front.
Okay.
Can I fit?
Can I fit?
Yes.
Okay.
So there are like different tunnels branching off like all over. There's sort of a central hallway, but then it's like there's two branches to your left and right, and then you go a little bit and there's two more branches, and then two more branches, and then there's a branch to your right, and then you go a little farther, there's a branch to your left.
Are the branches much smaller?
No, they're about the same size.
Wow, they've been digging a lot of holes down here.
Maybe this is where they lay their eggs. We should check one of these offshoots.
So these bugs lay eggs?
All bugs lay eggs.
I'll go down the first offshoot.
Left or right?
Let's go left.
Okay.
Scrambled bug eggs.
So, start heading through. There's not really any that you can tell, any sort of like uniform order to this. It almost seems random the way that these tunnels move. And they kind of like will cross over, and then it's like there will be a split, but then you realize that it's just sort of like almost like a 10-foot by 10-foot chunk of rock, and then they join back up immediately instead of just like
so they're
making
like
one tunnel through. Possibly. As you're trying to go through and navigate this, you can't, unless you're going to move the moss, you're not really going to be able to make any sort of chalk drawings.
Well,
and
I'll
this
move the moss.
Okay.
I'll just
And
eat
this
a
moss
handful.
it is like, it's not just on the walls, it's like on the ceiling, you're walking on it. It is completely covering like every inch of this tunnel.
It's not the best flavor, but if we need to mark, I can take a bite out of a hallway that we have traveled down so that we will not travel down it again.
I pull my staff out and I begin to use my staff to move the moss.
Okay.
Or we could use a staff, I guess.
You kind of push back some of the moss, Montero, and as you do, for a brief moment, you see someone's hand, and then it like they pull their hand deeper into the moss.
The fuck?
Is that somebody's hand?
Yes.
It's Elizabeth Moss. I think that my first thinking with most of my characters would be to clear away the moss, but I was under the impression that tunnels were dug in, and that then I like up until right this second where you describe a hand through there, I didn't realize that the moss didn't have stone on the other end of it, which is a cool reveal, I guess, but I didn't.
No, it does have stone behind it.
Oh, is it just people in between the moss and the stone?
I don't know.
Or is the moss like, it's got like an Akira vibe to it?
Maybe.
I should have got a drink because now I'm just weirded out. My dog farted the other day.
Oh no.
Remember that noise that when we were recording the intro?
Uh-huh.
And it was like a shit ton of noise. I'm like, I gotta go.
Yes.
Right? I didn't know what the hell that noise was, so I had to go check it out. And I walked in there and I was like, what's going on? My mom was in there with him. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I forgot you're recording. And I'm like, it's okay. What the hell's going on? And she's like, the dog farted. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, it made the house smell horrible. Like the whole house. She's like, I've never smelled anything like that. I just totally forgot the entire world and only had to deal with the fart. And I was like, well, I guess it is going to be like an interruption in a recording. It's good that it was something dire. Yeah. And apparently like it was so gross that she had kind of lost reality for a second. She was just like, oh my God, get the fuck out of here. So she like took him outside to air him out, I guess. I don't know. And the whole house, even when I walked in there, I was like, I can kind of still smell it a little bit. Which was sorry. I apologize for the noise.
It's okay.
All right, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Welcome back.
I was trying to unmute myself and hit Rachel by accident.
You did that.
Yeah, the names are like right next to each other, you and me.
Okay. Are we all back? Okay.
I think so.
You were wandering around this.
Yeah, the hand.
Yes, you saw a hand, and then it like pulled back deeper into the moss.
Do I want to do anything stupid?
We didn't have the warning on my quarterstaff go off
No.
for his axe.
No.
So then my interpretation of that is that it's probably not real. Right?
All right. And I moved the moss off the wall and there was a hand in it?
You moved some of the moss, and then it was like you uncovered some, and there was a hand there, and then the hand like pulled itself down deeper into the moss.
Did we all see it or just Montero?
Just Montero.
I tell them about it.
I'm gonna look at my staff and I'm going to kind of point it kind of in the direction.
Nothing.
I think that this might be an effect of your imagination.
I take my staff and I push it into the moss to see how far it goes.
The moss grows probably like an inch or two thick, just sort of uniformly, and then it hits stone.
Okay. I think you might be right, Shifu. I think I finally might be going crazy.
It seems in this place, everyone is going a little crazy.
Must be my birthday.
Yonk. Here, have a delicious, nourishing spider.
No.
We are still who we are. We have not lost grasp completely.
No.
Don't eat me, eat the spider.
Eat the spider.
I don't want to eat either
me
one
and the
of
rabbit
you.
Agree on this. George the horse bunny agree.
He's a rabbit, not a horse, Mr. Seafood.
It is at this point, as you guys are arguing, suddenly I think it's Yonk and Shifu. You have the warning on your weapons.
Mm-hmm.
They both sort of give you like the vibrate alert.
Oh.
And sort of like you feel them kind of pull in the direction, and standing we'll say 15 feet behind Shifu, you see a little mean lock. Looked like he was trying to like sneak up on you guys.
How big is the hallway?
The
tunnel.
Let's see here. It's about 10 feet wide. I'll say
I could block it off.
Yeah, at the widest, it's 10 feet.
So I could block it off pretty good. Standing in the middle.
Well, these creatures are small, so they would be able to squeeze around you.
Right, but a 5-foot step in either direction, I could block the hold. I'm a big shelled guy.
Well, you're also a medium creature.
Right.
Right.
But I'm about 4 feet wide, and then a 5-foot step in either direction. That would easily block off a 10-foot hall. We can agree. Right? That's math of it.
But this is a small creature, and you can't like constantly block 10 feet all the time.
No. I'm just saying that if you were to try to like kind of walk around the side of me, I could step to the side. Right. Never mind.
Well, we're gonna be going in initiative.
Don't we get the surprise round because we caught him?
You don't get a surprise round for catching him. We're just all going to roll initiative together. He doesn't get a surprise round on you guys.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, damn it.
So everyone give me initiative.
Okay. I get to roll with advantage.
Shit.
Hey!
10 plus minus 1.
I'm not going to do any better than that.
7.
7 for Montero. Yonk.
24.
Wow.
Oh, motherfucker.
Shifu?
Natural 20.
9.
9.
You're better than me.
All right. Yonk. So you've got your torch in one hand, George the horse bunny in the other. You can see probably about 20 feet from you is this mean lock, one of these little buggy guys. So you'd have to go past Shifu to get to it.
Is it the same size as the one that attacked me in the library?
Yes.
Okay. I see this mean lock.
Mm-hmm.
You can hand off an item as a free action. Just
I'm like, no, you're not gonna get George. I pass George back to Mr. Montero.
Wait a minute.
Like a football.
Fucking, you're talking about Goth Kid over here. He's the one that you trust?
He's the one with the bag. He's the one who wasn't trying to, He's
the one that is literally manipulating you as we're speaking. And I have done nothing but try to expand your horizons and have you taste the spider.
I have an intelligence of -1.
You know what? I want you to go ahead and hand him the bunny. I want you to learn from this experience.
I hand him. I basically hand off the bunny.
Uh-huh.
And is that a free action to do that, or?
Yeah, he's right beside you, so you just.
Okay.
And
you
stuff the bunny at him like it's Adrian Peterson. You're just like, ugh.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to rage.
Okay.
As a bonus action.
All right.
And then I am going to move up to this mean lock, and I am going to attempt to slice him in twain.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So let's see. I get +2 to melee damage, right? Yep. Okay. So we'll just go ahead and roll that and probably not talk about it. It's a 14. It's low.
14 won't hit.
That's what I was afraid of. Well, then that's all I've got. I'm just going to look very menacingly at this mean lock as I swing and miss. But I'm coming after him again next time around. So, yep.
All right. Let's see here. Did you bring your torch with you, or did you drop it?
He had to have taken it with him, right? Oh, wait. If he had, oh God,
I would have had to have pulled my axe. No, yeah, I would. I mean, I had to. I would have had to have dropped my. I would have had to drop my torch. Yeah,
on the moss.
How flammable is this moss?
Yeah, that's where my just went.
So it's not like it's not like dry, so it's not going to burst into flames. But because it's sort of behind Yonk, you're sort of at like the edge of the light of it, so you're in dim light, which I need to know, because then shadows on the Meanlock's turn, shadows sort of like envelop him, and then he disappears from you. Like when the shadows like kind of pull away, he is gone. He will now attack Montero because he is behind him now. And he's going to slash at him with his claws.
You dirty bastard.
Montero, does an 18 hit you?
Safe.
I plead the 5th, Your Honor.
Even in D&D, we know what that means.
6 slashing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Oof.
Ow. Okay, hold on.
Quick, eat the bunny for sustenance.
Boy, Rachel is trying to stifle a
13
smile
on con.
so much right now.
You said 13 con?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're good. All right.
You said I took 6?
Yes, you took 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
Shifu, it is your turn.
I will. How far away is it from me?
We'll say 15 feet.
With the space in the hallway, would I be able to get over to him?
Yeah, you can get beside Montero.
Okay. Then I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and attack with the quarterstaff and then use a key point.
Okay. Are you bringing your torch with you?
Yes.
Okay. Can you use your staff with one hand?
Yes.
Okay.
Simple. Hold on.
I know that I think some weapons do different damage depending on if they're one-handed or two-handed. So yeah, just make sure.
I'm using this.
Okay. Actually, wait a minute. Point of order here. Because I was in the middle, and I know that Mr. Montero in front of me had his night vision,
right,
and Shifu had a torch behind me. I don't think I pulled my torch out.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
So I wouldn't have dropped it. I just would have, because I would have had George. Okay. Essentially. So I handed him off, grabbed my axe. So I didn't drop a torch. To be honest.
All right.
You know what? That's actually smart. I'm gonna do this instead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use my boomerang.
Okay.
Right, to attack.
All right.
Since it's a one-handed weapon. And it's a Kensei weapon, so I'm gonna add a D4 to it as well.
All right. So you're staying put. You're not moving.
Yeah, I'm not using a key point. I'm just gonna stay where I'm at.
All right.
All right. So boomerang first. Shit. 2 damage from the boomerang.
Would you roll the hit?
Oh wait. Oh yeah, I forgot I have to do that.
Well, it just showed a 0 on my screen. What was that?
Oh, it does, because I have to add the 1d4.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
Oh my Lord.
Uh-oh.
You know what? I'm whatever.
Oh.
This Meanlock's having George tonight.
That was an
anything
embarrassing interaction.
I'm trying not to spike George in his face.
Oh no. Anything else, Shifu?
Nope, that's it.
All right.
Like, we have to imagine if it didn't hit him, it still comes back, yeah?
Yeah, it still comes back.
Okay. I'm good with it.
Just as long as it doesn't hit me.
So, Montero, it is your turn. You are starting close enough to the Meanlock that you are within its fear aura. So first, I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Of course. Okay, hold on before we do this. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, wisdom it is. Yep, that fucking didn't work. 6.
6 will not succeed. You are now frightened until the start of the Meanlock's next turn.
Which means I'm running, right?
No, you're not running. You can't get closer to it, but you're already adjacent to it.
Okay.
And
can I still attack?
You can still attack. I think you have disadvantage on your attacks.
Well, I'm not going to attack. I'm going to cast Mind Sliver.
That's
it's a cantrip.
A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight, and you cannot willingly move closer to the source of fear.
Well, I'm not going to move willingly, and it's within 60 feet, so yeah, I'm going to have him roll an 15 intelligence save.
Intelligence
against
save.
A Mind Sliver.
He got 17.
Oh,
hot damn. I guess he doesn't take any damage.
I don't think that will work. As a matter of fact, checkmate. Mr. Montero, it's so interesting to have you come by this evening to my underground lair.
Right? The fun part about that, if that went off, it would have subtracted a D4 from his next saving throw.
The smartest fucking tube bug we've ever fought.
All of a sudden, it's in a smoking jacket with a pipe and a monocle.
Yeah,
a little snifter of brandy in its hand. And it's just kind of twirling around slowly.
What brings you to my mining establishment, Mr. Bond?
Oh, damn it.
Anything else, Montero?
Actually, yeah. I'm going to use a sorcerer point to turn one of my spells into a bonus action.
Okay.
And I'm going to Mind Sliver him a second time.
Oh, all right.
Outthink this, bitch. Oh, yeah? What's 27 divided by 3?
11.
No, that's incorrect.
That's under 15. There we go.
All right. What happens?
He takes 6 damage, and on his next save, he takes a minus 1d4.
Heyo.
Which I will remind him of.
All right.
Branding.
Anything else?
No, I'm good. I'm scared and happy. That also saved the bunny from not hitting him in the face.
Scared and happy. All right.
That's what I used to tell my dominatrix. She's like, "How you doing?" I'm like, "I'm scared and happy."
Yonk, it is your turn.
Where am I?
So you are, I think about
on the other side.
25 feet away from it now because it teleported to like the other side of the group.
Oh.
It takes you a second to kind of realize like where it went because it disappeared. Right. And then you turn around and you see that, Montero there, like courageously clutching George the bunny to his chest as he defends this bunny from the evil Meanlock that clearly is there to take your bunny.
No.
Boy, the implications of having low intellect are hysterical to me. You're just interpreting the situation through the lens of dumbass over here.
I mean, yeah.
He's saving my bunny.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to charge back. I'm going to be slightly confused for a second as to what just happened, and then I'm going to spin around. No, George. And I'm going to try it again. I'm going to charge up to him and Don't roll butts. That is not butts. That is 23.
That will definitely hit.
All right. So he takes. Oh, that was all. Oh, that's still not much better. 7 points of slashing damage. Right.
Okay.
Yep. Slashing. And then as a bonus action, I'll go into frenzy attack. So while in a frenzy, I can make a single melee weapon attack as a bonus action on each of my turns after this one. So next time I will swipe at him twice. How dare he try and touch my bunny?
All right.
And that's it. That's my turn.
All right.
Can we do a freelance drinking game where anytime you hear me say "ayo," you have to do a drink?
Okay.
All
ayo,
right.
ayo, ayo. Okay, fucked up.
Okay, Meanlock's turn. First, we're gonna see if his teleport recharges. It does not.
It's gonna take 15 minutes, I hear.
He is going to do a claw attack on Yonk. Does he get advantage? Because you're frenzied? Or is that a different barbarian thing?
Doesn't seem. I mean, while in a frenzy, you can make a single melee. And then as far as rage, I've got resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage.
You're thinking of reckless attack.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
So regular attack.
Okay.
20 to hit.
Yeah, suck it, bug.
So this would be 6 slashing, but you have resistance, so 3 slashing damage.
Okay.
And I need a Constitution saving throw.
17.
That'll pass.
All right.
Shifu, your turn.
I'm gonna look at the boomerang and like, try harder. I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
I'm gonna add the what's it called to it, by the way, the Kensei shot.
All right.
So to hit.
You guys do have inspiration if you want to use that to give yourself advantage, but that's the only time you can use your inspiration.
What do you mean?
Like you get inspiration basically once per game.
For how do we get inspiration?
The DM giving you inspiration at the start.
You're telling me to roll again?
If you want to use your inspiration for this, you can.
You roll with advantage.
If you want to save it to use it later, you can.
I'm going to save it.
Okay.
I actually have lucky. I can use that, but this boomerang roll is not going to do substantial damage anyway. So this is just me staying away and kind of observing what he's doing, just in case he jumps again.
Mm-hmm.
Having 3 people piled up on one side is just going to work us over.
All right.
Plus, I'm the only one with a torch right now, which is sort of our circular fighting area.
Mm-hmm.
So if I approach, then he'll get behind us at a closer range. Then it's just
where you're at,
because
you're kind of back. We're at your they're still in the light, but they're in dim light because they're sort of past like the bright light of the torch. So are you gonna
I'll take a step forward then. I want them in the light, but I don't want to put it in the light because I saw what it did the last time it touched the light.
Well,
I want to keep it isolated.
The light didn't touch. It was in dim light when it teleported. And when it was in the I don't know if you were there. No, you were there for it. When you guys fought the one in the mayor's manor, that one also teleported. But it was inside, so that was also in dim light.
Right. So in bright light, it can't teleport, or is it?
You haven't seen it teleport in bright light.
I thought it was okay. My understanding of how this worked was different. Okay, so I'll take a step up.
Okay.
To put it in the bright light.
All right. It does not like that. Okay, that was Shifu. Montero.
Sorry, the way it was described, my perception of it was that when light touched it, it had to be repulsed from the light.
No.
As soon as you described it as being on the edge of the light, you said it was grabbed by shadow and kind of tugged backward. So I assumed that it was being like pushed away, which if they're fighting it, I didn't want to.
Oh no! Oh, so
give it a push.
What I tried to to mean by that was that while it was in dim light, so there's still like some shadows around it, and then it uses like a shadow teleport.
Right, like a kind of meld.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. Montero, I didn't have you roll your fear aura at this. Oh, wait, no, you're no longer in the fear aura because it had a turn. So you are no longer frightened, Montero. However, you are starting your turn within 10 feet of it, so give me a wisdom saving throw.
Joyous. And that is a 15.
You are not frightened.
But he shall be.
Oh.
I hold up the rabbit, George, and I cast light on the rabbit.
On the bunny?
Yes. Fear thy fuzzy doom, bitch.
Oh, no.
George, you're glowing.
I know. I'm an angel.
It's an angel bunny. You see this thing, it like its little buggy eyes like squint almost closed, and it kind of like throws its hands up over its face to block off some of the light. So you've cast light. Anything else that you'd like to do?
Yeah, I don't really want to waste my rest of my sorcerer points here.
Okay.
So is this episode called Bunnidin? Rabbitdin?
Okay. I'm going to stop with the light thing and just keep the bunny like aimed up with one hand at him, like fear the fuzzy
hover.
doom. And bitch doesn't have a holy hand grenade.
Oh. All right. Are you casting anything? Are you gonna smack it with your staff?
I used an action to cast light.
Right. Okay.
So I can't. I'm not wasting a sorcery point.
Okay. Then we will go to Yonk. Yonk, first, I need a wisdom saving throw to not be frightened.
Oh boy. Nope.
These are terrible.
What'd you get?
6.
That you are now frightened until the start of the Meanlock's next turn, which will be right after you.
Okay.
But you cannot get closer to it, but you are already.
So I can still attack it.
Yes, but you are going to attack with disadvantage. But
don't worry, you have inspiration.
But if you currently have advantage, then it just washes out.
Right. So I do. All right, I'm just gonna roll. Let's just see what happens. The first roll is an 11. So
nope.
Yeah.
It's not gonna make it matter. And the second was actually even worse than that.
God damn it.
Yeah. But my frenzy attack allows me to make a single melee weapon attack as a bonus action now.
Okay.
Still a disadvantage.
Still a disadvantage. So let's see what the first number is. All right, that's a good roll. That's a 24.
Hey,
that will hit.
Here comes the 5. Here comes the 5.
Shut up, you asshole.
Here it comes.
Hey.
Hey.
There you go.
The exact same thing. You want to know what's funny, though, is that it was on 5 and it. I was going to be so pissed off of any of the 5. 24 to hit on the bonus. So
that will hit.
Slashing damage is not bad. 10 points.
Okay. This thing looks pretty beat up.
Good. He's trying to hurt my fucking rabbit that glows and talks, bastard.
All right. Meanlock's turn. So if you're frightened, you're no longer frightened.
Is the rabbit Azora High?
It could be.
I have 15 segments from the book that I'd like to read to you guys that prove this bunny is Azora High.
Well, first it is going to attack Montero because Montero's holding the light. It is going to attack with disadvantage now that it is in bright light. Does an 11 hit you, Montero? He's a sorcerer.
Honestly, I can say no for the first time.
Wow. Okay. All right, Shifu, it is your turn.
Boomerang.
All right.
Hey!
What'd you get?
Yes. 16.
That'll hit.
Yes. Shit. God, this is convoluted. All right. Here comes damage. And I'm going to add a D4 to it. That's
okay.
4. That's 3. Sorry. And then
easy peasy.
7 boomerang damage.
Max damage.
7 total?
Yep.
Okay.
Too bad they don't explode. That'd be awesome. Yeah. Just keep rolling 4s.
All right. Montero, fear aura. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
I get another. Okay. I could use a bonus action on my turn to make ranged attacks with a Kensei weapon deal an additional 1d4. Okay, yeah, no.
Oh, sorry. Oh.
No, I was right.
Okay, all right. Montero, saving throw.
Damn it, 10.
You are frightened. What would you like to do?
Well, before I got frightened, I was going to cast Shadow Blade and beat the motherfucker, but
this thing looks very heavily injured.
Bite him. Taste him.
Are you talking to Montero or the bunny?
I'm talking to both. Whoever will hear it.
I'm going to mind sliver him because I'm not going to fucking take the disadvantage. So he has to roll a 15 intelligence again.
Okay, and he has a minus D4 to the save. Right.
Let me check. I think it was only the one turn it lasted. Let me check.
Well, it's either a 10 or a 7.
Either way fails. It was a DC 15.
Okay.
But before the end of my next turn, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So 5.
So what does Mind Sliver look like when it kills someone?
Probably screaming in anguish, holding their brain.
Okay. So that's what this little buggy guy does. He like clutches his little head and his little buggy mouth opens and makes a weird high-pitched buggy noise. And then he just like crumples to the ground.
That's what you get for trying to mess with my rabbit.
It seems destiny chose your death over mine. How sad.
Is George okay, Mr. Montero?
I hand him the glowing bunny.
Oh, this is going to be so cool when I take him back to the library. Is he going to go like this forever? I could use him as a nightlight.
Yeah, we can see about that.
Bunny glow! Wow, you're the coolest bunny I've ever seen. And to think that Mr. Seafood was going to eat you.
I wasn't going to eat you.
Never eat the holy bunny.
No, you're a good bunny, George.
Good bunny, bunny.
All right. So are you guys staying in the same formation?
Sure.
Okay.
With the glowing bunny now is
center of attention.
Source of light.
All right. So as you kind of continue,
could just let him run through the tunnel and he'd draw all of them out.
I don't want to use the bunny as bait.
The bunny would be amazing bait. I shall guide you like a light through the darkness.
But I don't want you to
keep leading us to carrots. Maybe that's part of it.
Food. Is he really telling me this? Is he?
Yes, I'm being a dick.
Spider? Delicious, crunchy spider.
No. Will you lead the way? Will you help us, George?
Straight ahead.
Where did he go, George? Which way did he go?
I will have complete and utter faith in my glowing talking rabbit, and I will put him on the ground.
Oh no!
All right, George, tell us where to go.
All right.
Ahead, forward.
Okay. You want high or low? You're setting him on the ground, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, where else would I say?
Shit.
He's gonna run out of the tunnel and then get eaten by a hawk.
Do you want a high or low on this dice roll?
Do I want high or low?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I will take. Well, what are you rolling?
100.
Something.
It's a rabbit. It's erratic.
High.
All right.
6.
You see this bunny kind of like stands up and sniffs at the air for a second, and then he takes off through a southern tunnel.
I think George wants us to go this way. And I go.
Is this really happening?
I guess Destiny wants us to go south.
What the hell are you talking about? You tricked him.
I didn't tell the bunny to go south.
You know what? I'm sort of inspired by the. This is my first adventure with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sort of inspired by how ridiculous this is. That the flight of whimsy is something that I'm really into right now. So I'm like, let's follow the bunny. This is going to make an amazing manuscript back in the temple.
Can we not mention it to the head librarian that I did this? I'll never get rid of those draw books.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that Yonk probably followed after the bunny while Montero and Shifu held back for a little bit to have this brief conversation.
There wasn't even a thought.
So Yonk, you see this bunny runs and the light that it sheds, you see it goes into this chamber that's been much bigger than any of the other chambers that you guys have found so far. New scents greet you here. The musky funk of decaying fabric and old furs, and the smell of rot lingering in the stagnant air. Thick pillars of moss-covered stone support the 20-foot-high ceiling, and waist-high stone slabs dot the cavern.
Wow, good job, George. You found a room. I call back down the hall. Mr. Montero, Mr. Seafood. He did it. He found a room.
Your axe in your, I assume you still have it like in your hand. It like pulses with like a warning vibration. And you look around and there are several mean locks in this room. This bunny betrayed you.
The bunny turns around and goes, "How interesting that you found faith in one who is such villainous."
And this is how Rachel pays you back for fucking with the bunny in game.
He runs out of the side of the cave and into a volcano.
Shit.
So
and my axe is vibrating.
Why don't we roll initiative?
Yeah. I bet it is. Hey, yo.
Ooh. Drink.
Damn it.
18.
17.
18.
How the fuck did I do that?
20 on the first one. Let me see if I can do better. Nope.
20 for Yonk.
20 for Yonk.
All right.
Are you yonking me, bro?
David, what is your initiative modifier?
2.
Okay. All right. So yeah, just on like an initial kind of look around this room, Yonk. So it is a pretty big chamber. It looks like it's so big it has like these 4 pillars kind of set to keep it to keep the roof up. You can see in the south east corner, kind of near where you came in, there's like that's where the weird scent of like rot and decay and like must is strongest, and you can see there are like piles of something in those corners. And then there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these like waist high stone slabs that also seem to have like gross stains and like scraps of clothing and stuff on them.
Okay. And how many mean locks?
There are 4 mean locks.
Okay.
And let's see here. One of them's going to run up to you. Does an 18 hit you?
Yes.
All right. You don't have a light source, right? You have a
I have a glowing bunny.
But not in your hands.
No, but I mean, he's got to be somewhere nearby, right? I mean, he's got to be able to glow.
In all fairness, though, a glowing bunny in a hand is worth 2 in a bush.
All right, you are going to take 6 slashing damage.
So 3.
And I need.
Or is that already corrected?
We can say you're still. Or that's not corrected. So 3 slashing damage, and then I need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, it's 10 rounds. So how many rounds did we go through in the previous fight? All right. Well, I mean, is it safe to say I'm still raging, or is it?
Yeah, you're still raging.
Okay. Okay, so it's 3 points of slashing damage then?
Yes.
And then I have to make a Constitution saving throw. Oh, you butt fucking bastard. That was an 18, and then you flipped over onto a 2, and fuck you, that's a 7.
Man, our rolls are killing it tonight.
That's just bullshit. All right, well, I guess I failed that save. What horrible thing happens to me?
You are paralyzed for the next minute.
Oh no.
You can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn.
Okay.
So each time it's at the end of your turn, you can attempt to save it.
But paralyzed means I get no actions.
Correct.
Well, you get meat shield actions. Which is
Boo earns.
So, and actually, it is your turn, Yonk.
I guess I'm going to make a saving throw.
Okay.
Roll that beautiful bead.
20.
All right. You're no longer paralyzed, but that was your turn.
Boo.
Montero. So you and Shifu were kind of arguing. We'll say it'll take you your full move action to get to the entrance of this bigger cavern.
All right. I get to the entrance, and what do I partake in my eyes?
So there is a large cavern here. Still like the same black moss kind of covering everything. Although this cavern, there are 4 pillars kind of set around the corners of the room. There's also several waist-high stone slabs. And then you see kind of moving around in the shadows, and then one has run up to Yonk. There are 4 of these mean locks. And also, can I get everyone's passive perception?
16.
Okay.
And I ain't seen shit.
10.
10. Okay.
Actually, wait, you have a 10 passive how the hell do I have a better passive perception than you? It's 11. It's not that much better.
Okay.
I have no wisdom.
Oh, okay. All right. I actually have a +1. So, all right. Not as bad as I thought.
Okay. So Montero, what would you like to do?
Save the bunny.
And there's a bunny kind of running around like these pillars trying to get away from the mean locks.
Wait, every time he does, don't they freak out when he passes them?
If he gets close to one, then yeah, that'll like kind of like
chaos would
cower
scare
away.
He'd run in a different direction and then get another one. He'd freak out and then run in a different. This might have been a really good strategy. Can we random roll where the bunny freaks out and runs to?
How about each time it's a mean lock's turn, I will roll a percentage die. And if it's we'll say there's a 25% chance that the bunny is there with its bright light at the mean lock.
To blind him. Okay.
Yes.
I like it.
Buff bunny.
All right. On the me lock that's in front of Conk, I'm going to cast magic. Or Yonk, my bad. I'm going to cast
he's already
magic.
Getting started. It's the key. It's the keyver of this game.
You mean the bunny? The bunny for Yonk. Yonk's bunny. Yes.
I'm going to cast magic missile at 2nd level.
Okay.
And send off all of them.
All right.
That's 1 missile. Because that's magic missile at 2nd level is what?
It should be 2, right?
You'd fire 3 darts, so 4 darts. It'll be 4 darts level 2.
Okay.
So 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4. So 7
11.
plus 4, 11.
All right. Pretty good. Anything else?
No. Actually, yeah, no.
Okay.
Is it 3 darts now?
A magic missile level 1 is 3 darts.
Nice. All right. Meanlock's turn. So we're gonna say 25% chance. Ooh, so close. It is not blinded. It will teleport over to Montero and slash at him with his claws. Does a 13 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. You take 5 slashing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
How? All right.
Rachel, can I get a DM ruling?
Okay.
8.
That's a fail. You are paralyzed.
Jesus. If somebody is down, like they're bleeding out, can I stabilize them by feeding them a bug? I know it's not in the rules. I don't think anyone's ever asked this question, but I would like to know if I were to just take my finger and plop a spider into one of their mouths. Like, it's dead. It's not a live spider. But like,
well, a bug is not a good berry. And in my Icewind Dale game, there was actually a very similar question where one of the party members was down, and the druid, who is a fox, had like some fish that in the game she had gotten earlier. So she asked if she could use the fish to like staunch the wound to stop them from dying.
Right.
And I had to roll a medicine check, and it was high enough, so we rolled that she like shoved the fish in their wound to like keep it from bleeding out, and that was how she stopped someone from dying.
So you're saying that there is precedent?
Yes.
So that if I jam enough bugs in there.
Yeah, it has to be enough. It has to be enough bugs.
Okay.
Okay.
Yonk, I would stay up if I were you. Because historically speaking, from our gameplay sessions, I don't go mouth first.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
All right. That was the Meanlock. Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism plays Candlekeep Adventures. If you would like to support us, we are on Patreon. You can find the link in our show notes, patreon.com/freelance_heroism. You can find journals, audio outtakes, other stuff like that there. Also in the show notes, you can see our Twitter. You can see the link where Nate and Deese stream, the link to Deese's comics. All very good stuff. And if you like listening to us, maybe give us a 5 stars or whatever on however you're listening.
Solid.
Thank you.
Maybe give us a 5-star, whatever you listen there.
Yeah.
Huh?
However you listen.
Give us some stars on the ear holes, yeah?
Why don't you tell us who's playing?
The cast includes David Walker as D'Angelo Montero, Nathan Lett as Yonk, and yours truly as Master Shifu Anzen the Quick.
I don't get a thing. I DM this whole game.
No, you weren't part of the characters, and I don't have you on my notes here, so I didn't read you. And our young and talented DM, Rachel Moore.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel.
You're welcome.
I know. Thank you. Thanks for listening to Candlekeepers with us. And the late fine is in the mail.
Can I also have a dishonorable mention? John Smith from Pocahontas.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because Pocahontas is a literal child.
That's literally better than the other thing you said. I think, in my opinion, because that's like historically
true
messed up, and
that's
it's sort of the fact that a lot of the show is seen through his eyes is also very fucking...
There's like, I remember there's a point in Pocahontas where like one of the people from her tribe is like, we can't trust these white people.
No shit.
And nobody listens to him.
That guy's the smartest dude in that movie. Oh my god.